everybody. In this video I want to showcase our new logging capability for server functions. The purpose of this feature is to allow a developer to have visibility into what's happening on the server with their custom functions. Our approach to this is basically to allow you to just make log statements like you normally would in your code, and then to give you an endpoint where these logs could be accessed. So the first thing you would do is you would basically have log statements just like you do. And this could be console.log, these could be console.info, .warn, or .error. So we're going to start with the integration example, and then we'll do the AI backend as a service example. So with the integration flow, I'm going to just keep it super simple. I'm going to go ahead and log the event as we receive it. And so for that, I'll go ahead and do something like this. I'll just add a console.info, and then we'll just say received event. And then we already have a console log statement down here for the order status, and I'm just going to go ahead and add something like this. Just trying to showcase kind of different approaches that you can take here. So one of these is going to be an object, the other one is going to be just a string. So we'll go ahead and save this, and then I'll go ahead and kick off redeploying this function so that we have these log statements inside the logic. In parallel, I'm going to go ahead and update the custom service we used for the AI agent demos, and we'll do something very similar here. Where we receive the request, I'm going to go ahead and just log, let's say, something like name, go ahead and do something like this. And actually this would be two log statements, so let's just go ahead, you know what, something like this. And this is going to log as two log statements in there. And then down here towards the end, I'm just going to go ahead and let's say console.warn, and we'll go ahead and just warn with the t-shirt confirmation. So again, doesn't make total sense, but just want to showcase the different features. So we'll go ahead and redeploy this function as well. Great, so now that we have the functions deployed, let's go over to Postman and take a look at a few configurations. The first thing I'd like you to notice is that we do have logs enabled attribute on the function, so you can quickly see which functions have enabled logs. And by default, it's not going to log if the logs are disabled. Now, when a function is deployed, we also have an environment setting, which is kind of an initializer. So if the environment is set to logging on, custom functions start by basically having it on. And if the environment is off, they start off with it being off. However, on a per function basis, you do have the ability to kind of flip that configuration and turn it on or off. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just quickly enable logs for both of these. So to do that, we'll go ahead and go to our body, and we'll go ahead and do something like this. Okay, and then we'll do it for both functions. So I'll start with this one, and then we'll do this one right after it. And now let's do the second one. Great. Now to access the logs, you can actually go to /logs, and this is a get operation. And these should both be empty since we just turned on logging. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and invoke these functions. So we'll start with the custom service for creating a t-shirt order. Oh, I'm sorry, I ran the wrong function. Let's do ts node test2.ts. Great, we have a successful response. Now let's go take a look at the logs, and we'll go ahead and first pick the right function. So this is going to be the creating of a t-shirt order. And we'll go to logs, and we can see that we have the order information in here. We have the name, and then we have the order. And these are sorted basically kind of in reverse order so that the newest log is on top so that you don't have to do a lot of scrolling. Now let's do the same thing for the other function. I'll first go ahead and open it up here. It should be empty. And for this one, if you remember from our integration, we have a webhook we can execute. So I'll go ahead and just execute this webhook right here. And we have a successful response. And we can go ahead and hit send. And we can see that we have two timestamps, two logs. So one is basically the event that was received. And then the second one is the order status being a 201. So this is how you can get visibility into what's happening on the server functions while they're being executed. Additionally, this is made available using standard error and standard out. So you have the ability to basically tap into these logs if you'd like, and then forward them to your alerting, logging service, whichever you'd like, for operational purposes. Thank you for watching this video, and in the next video, I'll go ahead and show you how Poly can help you manage errors and then also programmatically respond to those errors.